to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like your future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's
Alrighty, welcome back Edgewood, friends, family, staff, and students. We are back for week 6 of Valorant, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, week 6, we're playing against Northwestern Oklahoma State College. Every college has to have the longest set of words inside of their name. But we're just gonna go with Oklahoma State, just to make it blunt. Today on Edgewood we have Logan, Thomas, Ashton, Evie in today, and Ethan. And Ethan is on the classic chamber pick for Haven. Got that overlay up. Alright, so I'm not sure how else is gonna go. We're all gonna be surprised, hopefully. And maybe this will move quick, maybe this won't. Maybe we'll see map 3. Find out how this works. But looks like Oklahoma's gonna go over to A site to start off with. Maybe a mid to A split push. Not too sure. So far, Edgewood, I believe, is 5-0. I think this is a week 6, if I just said that. But we'll see how it goes on today. Maybe it's gonna be still a perfect score. Thomas just shoot a recon dart into A, and it will hit somebody right on the dome. That's a lot of info for Edgewood right off of rip. You'll be pushing up close. Got a recon dart for Oklahoma. Maybe Util will start shooting off. It'll tag Benji a little bit. Thomas will start using shock darts. I don't know why I followed there. Thomas decides to peek with the shock darts close. And then the rest of Edgewood's going to be starting helping out here. I do 1v4 already with Cigarette Low. Like the name Cigarette. But Edgewood will take round 1. Not too common, to be honest. Edgewood so far has done really well in terms of finishing the map out. Starting, it's not too great, but 1-0 is pretty good. Let's see. We got Thomas opting for the... How did I forget the name of that gun? We're gonna go look. Outlaw. I don't know why I didn't think of that time. Use recon. We're gonna follow that recon because why not? Sees them all. Sees Walta. Ashton's peeking windows, able to get one before dying. Ashton should be able to smoke that off before Oklahoma gets in there, but nope, Blunt already passed through. He's gonna be playing through smoke here. Ready in a molly, maybe. Edgewood starting to split everything. Throwing a molly back in your gong. Just popped it off. Blunt gets tagged through nade from Logan. Thomas gets one with an outlaw. Down to a 1v2 here. Only has one shot, but heavy damage dealing here. Cigarette's gonna be hiding an A-link there. Soon. Blades playing this little safe. Pops recall. Pushes in. Dies, but Tom's cannot get defuse. Everybody dies, but it's 1-1. Northwestern takes second round. And yep, I was say money's gonna be pretty split here. Edgewood can't really buy too much since they just technically lost their buy round. Going for 2-1-2 setup from Edgewood, and it looks like Oklahoma's gonna be down through mid. So Ashton's gonna get some action here. Sees Blunt through window again. Wants to challenge it. Nobody's gonna be moving. Got no movement. Ashton jump peeks window. Sees another. Not sure how much sees. Throws flash or throws smoke down, but already gets jumped on by Glade. which Oklahoma just takes B site once again. Blunt gets scanned through the smoke. Thomas goes for a drone. Preet just tags Cigarette through by Gong. EV gets peeked from Malta. Ethan gets put down. Logan goes down. And Thomas goes down. No one died on Oklahoma. Not too good for Edgewood there. Seems like we're a little slow on the smokes, so Edgewood might need to be a little bit more defensive rather than offensive playing here. Because Gallades can just jump through everything, especially once Clove Smokes go down. Way easier to place Clove Smokes than like Omen. Gonna be opting for another A push here. Dart has a huge chance to see a decent amount. Blunt gets spammed through mid by Ashton, but Recon doesn't see anything from Thomas. Ashton's playing a little bit more safe here. Thomas gets tagged, but also does some tagging. Thomas not gonna be playing backside. Close smokes go down for Oklahoma. Ashton's not gonna be pushing down a smoke for long. Puts down a smoke now, but it's a little too late. Oklahoma's already gonna be able to take through sight. That's gonna be a retake. Ethan's doing a 1v1 here against Gallade here. Out of here's, but Logan is able to help through mid window. I'm not sure Gallade calmed to the team that somebody was mid window. Ashton pushes out. Ethan gets another. Alta goes for an ult. And Ethan will go down. A little too wary of the Clove ultimates. 1-3. I'll say this: the Edgewood kind of needs smokes to go down. Ashton really needs to do something about that. I like how we're not too hasty on the smokes, but we're a little bit too slow for it. There's that good in between we need to reach. Because otherwise, whoever's on the site just kind of gets slammed. And goes for a shot, misses. Not too well, not too well. Peeks while blind, not too great. Unfortunate timing there. Logan's gonna be hiding inside of garage. Ethan goes down. Thomas goes for an ult. Logan hopefully trying to get a timing with the Sova ultimate going off. Does not. Goes down in garage. Gonna be Evie and Thomas against 4 Oklahoma players. Thomas with good geometry. Oof. Nice shot from Evie. Down to 1v3, but there's 3 players long here. The likelihood of, the bomb getting defused here, not too great. Evie peeks a little too early from the smoke. Had a little bit of a chance, but too hasty. One to 4 here. I think we are able to buy 2. But even if we win this round, State's going to be able to buy 2. They have a lot of money. A lot of money. They kind of snowballed off that. Looks like we're going to go mid here. And by we, I mean Oklahoma. Ethan with the off angle gets a chance to get a shot off before Cigarette even sees him. But does not get any sort of damage off. We have Thomas and Logan fighting for short here, but they kind of lose in the trade. Thomas takes a lot of health damage. Bomb is leading towards A. Walta's walking it down short, or long. They are actually gonna be backing up from A. Like they want to push Evie and Ashton here. Ashton tries to decay close, just in case gets any hit off there. Maybe to stall. Smoke off for long. Waylay ult goes off. Blade's in there. Ashen goes down. He's back sight. Also slowed. That's 2. Ethan almost gets a shot on Benji. And the flank from Blunt. 1 to 5. Only 1 player down from Oklahoma there. Not easy to say Oklahoma every single time. It's like a tongue twister. Looks like we moved Ethan all the way over to A site. We're going to be 3 stacking A this round. Going to be a mid push again from State. Ethan's going to be opping now. Chamber ult's active. Alarmbot goes down. Benji's going to flash through. Galade's going to be reconning through. Ashen kind of flicks over to the flash. Gets the flash, but dies in the process. Benji already out on C site, and State's already out. Galade almost goes down to the shock darts. All to peaks Thomas. 2v5. Trying to go off a timing here, trying to get a good pick. Luke's gonna be flanking through window. Thomas gets a trade off of damage. Logan gets 1. Logan does not get 2. 1 to 6. Not looking too good here. We are opting for a timeout now. So Edgewood's first timeout. 7 rounds in. Sometimes this happens, sometimes it doesn't, but as per usual, I'm going to try to explain what I think is going to go wrong for both teams. Thinking out loud here, I think it's Galade? Yeah, Galade's pushing in solo most of the time. That's usually what a duelist does, but no recons, just smokes off. So if Edgewood can punish that, then Oklahoma's going to be down a player. But usually they're able to trade that off where Galade's just going to be able to get the kill so far. Been getting lucky or skill between that? I'm not too sure. But they're really profiting off of that Galade push. Waylay push. As for Edgewood, I mean, they're kind of slow on the defense. They're either over-peeking or not holding an angle enough. Or they seem too aggressive, is what I'm getting at. So holding more angles, being more paceful, making sure you're like noticing what info's going on. Oh, I see 2 people A main, or I see nothing A, nothing C. If you're going to be aggressive, then call out. It's going to be that mid push. They're not really working with the info that they have. But we're going to have Ethan on the op, peeking mid window. A lot of A main players, which Thomas will find 2. Logan will lob over a nade through the wall. It's a little unusual. Ethan's lurked over to A side, actually. Which, if all goes well, this should actually work. Thomas is playing a little risky angle here. He's tucked into the corner. Thomas hears multiple. They don't clear Thomas. Thomas is good for 2. Goes down. Ethan's stuck with only a sheriff. Ethan gets 1. Still has an op, technically. So 1v3. Ooh. Even with the pistol, still works. Doesn't want the op, though. 2 to 6. That's a good round win for Edgewood. Although, not a lot of money. Still, though. Wins where we start. Take some money away from State. Maybe if we win another one, work with that. This is not going to be too good. C site has all the State's players going over there. We're going to be leaving C site open. Get the garage instead. Benji's gonna be flashing out. We got Gallade already out with the dashes. We're gonna let Oklahoma take over C site. Evie's gonna go down, accidentally peeks. Ashen showed a little bit of a shoulder there. Edgewood's kind of all over the place. We got 2 flanking, 2 garage. Benji and Walter are looking towards CT. Blunt sees Ethan. Got a 2v2 for flank. Ashen ults, but does not get any use out of it. I would say that's too split of a push from Edgewood. It's a good idea for flank, but one went on there. Not too well for the pinch. Maybe just lost the 1v1s. Let's see. Okay. I think Oklahoma's gonna go for a default push. Edgewood's slacking some funds here because Ashton does not have a gun. It's a classic. That's pretty much it. Thomas is playing safe on A site. C site is open again. Ethan goes down from Malta in mid window. Ashton grabs the gun. Even with the pick though, it looks like Thomas is gonna have a interesting time over here on A site. Thomas goes for a peek, just gets chip damage. Logan actually gets a kill from the nade. Walter just wanted to stick the plant out. I guess if you have money. Everybody's already going out for defuse, but Benji's close. Nobody knows Benji's close. Benji goes down. Edgewood has a chance for defuse, but Cigarette's ults! Evie gets stuck in the slow, and Gallade gets 2. It's a 2v or 2-8 right now. It's 8 going over to C site once again. We're gonna put both Sentinel players on C site. Yeah, recon on backside. Ethan's playing off Trip. Trip goes off. Walter and Benji are both wary of Garage. Peeks at the perfect time. Gets out. Evie goes down. But Blunt gets the kill. Walton gets alive still. Through ult. Has heal. Peeks Thomas. Goes to the nade again. DK's close. Thomas and Logan peeking together. That's good teamwork. 3-8. Not too bad. Not too bad. You can also always remember, it could be worse. Last round is... Nope, Ethan's going to be using Chamber Ultimate, so... rehabbing the up. Got 3 going mid. State's fanned out a lot. We got Recon going for C site. Turret sees somebody. Sees more Benji. They'll be nading close. Logan is also in a really... It's either really good or really bad. Logan goes for 1. Peeks off, gets 2. Goes for the nade, sees Blunt. Goes to regroup with Thomas. Thomas recons. Sees Blunt. Ults. Tags Blunt. Gets Blunt. And shoots at Ashen. I respect it. 2 on bomb right now. Ashton finds 1 in spawn. Benji's close. Only watch from Benji. Benji gets 1. Almost gets 2. Almost gets 2. Little scary there as Ethan decided to use the deagle. 4-8. So, I mean, it's going to be good to be aggressive here, but I'm a little concerned on how this is going to play out. 4-8. We really do need to win this pistol round if we're going to have a chance to win. Unless, for some reason, we just, get really focused and start popping off. Be going for a mid push here. Benji might actually peek mid. Alta's hiding close already. Logan's through. Logan just goes through, doesn't care. Edgewood's already gonna be having plant down. Logan goes down close. Evie goes down to A-Link. Thomas gets 1. Ashton almost gets 1. But Ethan almost gets 1 too. But almost is not 1. Four to 8. Edgewood did not necessarily win the pistol round, so they're 1-1 in pistol rounds. Four to 9. Got Vise on C site. Be a little bit more worried to be pushing C sites. Edgewood's gonna be going closer to A or mid. Got Ethan peeking through window. Trying to play within TP range. Alta's watching smoke carefully, kind of just spams through, gets 1. 1 in hefty damage. Benji's gonna be flanking. Thomas is aware of it though. Delayed gets 2. Benji gets 1. Down to Evie. Alta kind of just pushes out. Walta goes down. Oof. Up CSMG. Benji peeks, gets the kill. 4 to 10. Got another timeout happening here. I'm not really sure what to comment on this time. I guess we're too slow now on the push. The first round we were able to get into B site, but with the 1v1s and the spatial awareness of, that side's A link, that side's C link. We'll be working on that. So far, only time we've really lost. I mean, granted, it's the second round and a half, third round now. Yeah, I'm honestly not too sure. I think down to 1v1s, maybe skill. We'll see how this fans out, but I'll be honest, it's not too great. We still haven't pushed anything else other than really mid, though, on offense. It seems like we're going to go for an A push here. Recon down to long, push Cigarette off the angle. Recon gonna go from Cigarette now. It's gonna miss, it's gonna hit the wall. Good for Edgewood. Ashton's gonna be looking close. Cigarette seems like they want to go for drone. Terrible timing for Cigarette. But Edgewood is able to get A site now. He unfortunately lost Evie in mid to Benji. Blade's gonna be just pushing out. No concern. And thankfully Ashton's regen shield gets another 25 HP to hold on to. 4v3 here. No flanking. Walter's gonna be heaven, almost getting their head shaved off by Ashton. Speaking of getting their head shaved off, Ashton took a decent amount of health away. Blunt pushes out. Walt jumps out. Walt goes down. Down to a 1v2 here. One's gonna be clearing close to smoke. Thomas is going the opposite side. Thankfully, Ethan has the good reaction time. 5 to 10. 5 to 10. I think Edgewood's good in terms of money. Gonna be going for a long recon. Probably to push Cigarette off the angle again. Might be going for an A push. A worked. A's got opportunity, but Blunt hasn't moved off a C site. Otherwise, I probably would have suggested a C site push. Going through here, let's follow where that goes. Scans all along. Cigarette actually almost gets scanned by it, but crouches. EV's gonna be lurking mid, working off the drone, the turret. A little push here from Edgewood. Not too bad. Somebody jumped along. So Boombot close. Boombot goes down to Cigarette. Surprisingly, nobody peeks off that. Logan going for the 1v1. Needs to control the recoil a little bit more, but, you know, it doesn't matter if you're just going to spam through smoke, so. Cigarette, you'll get the kill. Edgewood's leaning back. Going over to C site. Leaning towards long here. Grab an orb. Risky play. It does provide some sound cue. And not too good of a TP from that. Ethan's fighting solo here. Ashton with the trade. Ashton gets one. Ashton's trying to go for two. Ashton really should back up here. Two Edgewood players going long. Ashton's still getting kills here. Sees Benji. Not get the kill. Late ult, maybe? Nope. No ult. No smokes to go around. There could be a one-way from Ashton. Oh, looks like Walter actually got for smoke. Thomas with two. Thomas with two with that long fight. Six to 10. I mean, as I kind of said, it seems like Edgewood's focusing up now. This actually could be a comeback. Because we got Oklahoma not having too much money. They're going to have to be using sheriffs this round, so Edgewood should stick together, make sure Oklahoma cannot get any guns off them. Even if they do get kills, they could guard the gun, maybe. Just a thought. They did move Blunt over to A site, so it's going to be a little hard to push here. On an angle, Logan's jump peeking the window, and not jumping at the same time. Ashton's slow pushing up. Thomas right behind Ashton for the support. Little worried here. Wouldn't be the first time I've seen Edgewood kind of nice. Thomas gets the kill. Logan actually took heavy damage. Flash goes down. Thorns are up from Blunt, but Ethan gets the kill on Blunt. Recon right on top of Thomas. Got Cigarette down in heaven. Thomas able to get the peek off. Now with Walter pushing. Recon close. DK hits. Ashton almost dies. Benji with a nice shot on Ethan. Grabs the heal. Nice. Say, if Ashton didn't peek there, I'd be a little concerned. Ashton had overheal. It was going to run out, so it's best to peek early rather than peek or hide with less health. Then again, Benji didn't really hit shot on Ashton. Then again, it could have been different. Maybe it was the surprise of peeking. Sim to 10. Edgewood's gonna be going towards A, leaving Evie in the mid. Ethan's in the same spot again. Same push, and Benji and Evie are sitting in the exact same spot, basically. Got a nade from Logan going towards mid. Cigarette jump peeking. Backside. Oh no, it's what I was worried about. Benji also sees Evie close. Tragedy strikes. Not the collat. It's great that they're playing close, but I thought it was gonna be too close, and I was kind of right. Oh my goodness! Let's watch Ethan. I didn't see that. Ethan going in. Ethan with the peek on the right. And then fake plant. Ethan going for a random ultimate, although I do kind of respect it. Boombot sees blunt. Util's looking kind of low here. Ethan has up. They want to use it. Walta is going to be pushing through heaven. Does not win the fights. Ethan luckily TP's out. But, I mean, yeah, they kind of know where Ethan is. They will take that round 7-11. Like a convenience store. Still possible. Still possible. We have 3 ults online. State has 4 ults. Technically, Ethan can buy Logan. Lee Logan was the one with the low money. Quick water break. Okay, so we're finally opting for that C push. Probably because Ethan has op. Blunt will not have any utility setup. Logan will push through the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be the only person pushing through the wall. Edgewood will get C site. Waylay ult's going to go off. I can already see it. Yeah. Edgewood's backed up. Ashton's slowed. Ashton almost gets out in time. Ashton pulls out ult. It distracts, but not enough. Ethan gets smoked off long. We're gonna go for another ultimate. Benji's pushing up close. Hopefully we can... Nice. Ethan gets the kill. Smoke goes down. Ethan did push up close just in case it didn't. Thomas will get the kill. Nice. 8-11. This is possible. This is possible. Although a lot of deaths happened that round. We're gonna be going to try to push Cigarette off the A long angle, but we are gamble stacking and it might actually work. We have bomb lid closer to C site. Nothing scanned along. Boombot's gonna be going close. Galade's actually not gonna be spotted from the Boombot. Shoots the wall, but still gets the kill. Okay. Cigarette's just gonna run a gun through that. Moving up into B site. And TP's out. Evie's gonna be trying to watch garage here. Cigarette might peek it. Grabs the Vandal. Still a lot of C players, but Edgewood's starting to ping towards A. All KJ utilities down right now. Doesn't need to be recalled. EV's gonna be clear in sight. Nobody's on site. Hogan's gonna be lurking through mid. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Evie's gonna be playing under the hell. Benji's gonna peek it through heavens. Peace gets spotted by Thomas. Needs to peek it a little bit faster here because we're down to pistols. Almost worked. We're just a little too slow on the peeking. I think Evie knew she was gonna have to fight with pistol, so preemptively brought out that pistol. To be fair, better to use the pistol than to not use your primary at all. Got one more round for State to win. 5 more rounds or 4 more rounds until Edgewood figures out what they're doing. Got another C site hold. I'm more surprised how State actually won that round while holding 5C. Technically 4, but 4C, 1B. Ethan's gonna be lurking down A. It's not gonna be too well pushed here again because we are pushing the site with 4 players. Recon dart goes down. Edgewood just wanted the ult orb, I guess. Are we close to ultimate? Nope. We're still going down. Benji spots 1. It's gonna be blinding. Doesn't see anything. Ethan hides for a little bit. Benji falls back. Logan goes down mid. See anything? It doesn't see anything. I mean, it's also 1. Evie's ultimate goes down. Doesn't cover all of A site is the big issue here. So technically, Benji can just swing. Benji cannot swing. I take that back. Benji is super low. Benji needs to get out of there. Okay. Benji gets out. Not too good for Edgewood. Ashton gets 1. 3v4 here. Got 3 pushing CT. Ashen's playing back. Evie gets 1. Walter ults. That's not good for Edgewood. We're taking out utility too late. It's Ashton in a 1v2 here. Kind of pre-fires it, but that pre-fire actually messes him up. That'll be the first game. 8-13. State will take it. Good first match. Definitely some things we could work on. But see if that fixes between match 2. So one team was good coordinating pushing, the other team kind of was indecisive. I'm not gonna say woohoos, but do need to work on pushing it as a team. I think we're gonna be taking a 5-minute here. Unfortunately, we ask usually every time. So we'll be back in 5 because I'm gonna make the call myself. If we're not taking the break, then we'll be back sooner. But we should be back at 5. All right. Part two. We're on bind this time. Yeah, we're on bind. We don't have any swap outs or anything. It's just bind. Thompson's going duelist. We got double duelist. We got smokes. We got 2 smokes. We don't have any sentinel. Never mind. That was the right one. Oh, there we go. Fixed it. We are running double smokes, double duelist. So the gist of this team is to either lurk with the Viper or, you know, throw the kitchen sink at them and just rush through sight. And with 2 smokes, we're going to be able to not see anything on site, theoretically. Everything goes well. But knowing our luck, no, that's not how it's going to go. And yeah, it's first round, so we'll see how this goes. Got a B push. Quick flash. Ethan does not even peek at all. Like the info grab. Good info grab. Let's push it up close. EVC Cigarette and Benji. Ethan fighting together on sight. Thomas gets blunt and short. Everybody's already out. Cigarette goes down. Ashton with the little pinch from Octagon, and we're good. And we're good. Alright. 1-0. Water bottle. Wonderful. So, we have 2 AFK people. Okay. Double smokes going B site, and 3 people going A. Should be fine, should be fine. Thomas gets pushed off the angle by a lot of util. Raise nade goes straight hand delivered. And we're gonna be pinching angles here. Logan's playing a little risky because Benji's through. And I have no idea what just happened. I think Oklahoma State just kind of wandered through sight. I think they couldn't find any Edgewood players, and Edgewood were just so sneaky that they got like a backstab on all of them. Two to 0. We might be going to third map. We might. We just might. Which is not good for me. I hate sitting still. Got 3 on B site and 2 on A. B push. Ashton sees 1. Might be a flash here, and it might be a tag team push. Ashton can't see. Ethan goes down. Okay. Galade gets a kill on Evie through smoke. Ashton gets... Oh, and we TP'd over, and they have A side now. They do have Blunt lurking. They are planting A. They're really wary of Blunt, though, and they were right to be wary. No heal, but grabs the Vandal. Ashton's worried close. Looks through Cigarette on Bath, but Cigarette with the distraction. Walter with just the reaction time. And that'll be 2 to 1. Technically how it's supposed to roll. Not too mad about that. Any picks were good picks, and Edgewood got 1. We have both smokes on B site still. Technically Edgewood should be running 1 smoke on each site, but maybe they got a plan. It's gonna be going over to B site. We're getting kind of close here. Blunt gets spotted, backs up. Viper wall goes down for now. One cam's close. Evie shoots it down. Edgewood put 3 on B site now. Asher relying solely on reaction time there. Gonna cut it. Ashen's still fighting out on site. Kind of peeks window with 2 people though. Thomas gets 1. Almost 2. Ashen from the dead smokes off hookah. Blunt does get stunned though. Does see the tripwire. Evie slowly pushing out here. Pushes Blunt off the angle, gets the kill. Benji is elbow. Evie does not see that. Benji gets 2. He gets 1. Ooh, Ethan with a little slight adjustment. That'll win the round for Edgewood 3-1. We picked up the up. I'm not really sure where that up came from. I did not remember seeing somebody with an up. But, I mean, they have it now. Unless they bought it. No. I'm pretty sure Ethan picked up at the end round. A little risky 8 push here. Logan's missing an ep shot, drops down, shoots a second. Ethan's gonna be throwing out the Sky ultimate, which is good. Good flash from Thomas. Flash clear close. Does get 1 kill in Beth. Doesn't get the second. Cigarette's spamming out a Yorklo. Blades pushing. Does shoot off, so Edgewood does know that they're there. Thomas does get naded. Thomas technically should get the kill here as long as they allow Gallade to push out. Gets ult. Thomas readjusts. Ashen's watching the rotate out of Beth, so Edgewood does know that Gallade is still in Beth. We'll get a hold in a tight angle here. And the tight angle works. 4-1. We got 3 players going to B site, 2 going A. Still double smokes on B site. But I mean, if we're winning, we're winning. No harm done. Not like I'm playing. Oh, hold on. Ashton's swapping over day. I think this is due to Logan upping. A quick push from Oklahoma. They're already out into lamps. There is a shotgun close from Benji. Ashton does not readjust in time. Does get the gun. Evie kind of getting the kills here. Thomas peeking out. I'm not sure who to watch. Gallade going with the ultimate. Kind of tries to pre-fire that. Thomas tries to bait the ultimate. Ooh. Ethan with a nice shot. I heard that one tap. 5-1. Ooh, and I'm yawning. Alright. 3-2 setup from Edgewood here. Oklahoma's gonna going to B site. Too fast. Surprisingly, Oklahoma hasn't called the timeout yet. I thought they would. But they're doing their winning strategy where they're fanning out. See if they can win their 1v1s. There is a little crack in the wall. Just seen here. Got some taps happening long. The decay is wearing on Benji. Drone clears close. Boombot from long spots one. Alta peaks. Maybe gets a little frag there. Ethan's stuck in the teleporter. I think they're onto something. I'm not really sure how Ethan got in here. I think I went dog. I would not use dog. Cigarette is really wary of that. Tags Benji, gets the kill on Benji. Logan games Beth as their own. Shoots Walter with the ultimate. Down to a 1v4 here, but Cigarette's all the way in spawn. If Edgewood was listening and finding out stuff, they would know that Cigarette's all the way in CT spawn. Flash is close. Made too many footsteps. Actually could have gotten the kill on Thomas. Thomas backs up. Thomas is keeping an eye on heaven. Saving the gun. Not too bad. Doesn't even want to peek. And that's also a fair assumption. I'm pretty sure Thomas had the op. 6-1 here. Doing really good for Edgewood. Now, instead of losing a lot of 1v1s from Edgewood last time, Oklahoma's now losing a lot of 1v1s. That or Edgewood's playing it smart. I see that they're backing up rather than trying to hold the angle, holding down the fort while 4 people are trying to bash through their doors. Ashton's going to be jump peeking for info, which is good. Great to have info here. Ashton spots 2, knows to back up. Prepping smokes just in case. Smokes go down for Ashton. Both Edgewood players are stuck inside elbow though, but all 5 Oklahoma players are in octagon. Pushed out already. Smoke goes down. Evie gets some tag damage, not a full kill. Ashton goes down 2. Thomas clears all of hookah for Ethan. Logan's upping in spawn. Doesn't know that one's close. With the flash, does get a kill though. Walta ults. Gets the kill on Walta. Is left with low bullets. Benji swings through and gets the kill. I'm honestly not too sure what happened there. 6-2. Edgewood still has money. The good part. That's the good part. Mesmerized by the melee. Not a lot of people use that. Alright. Rocking a 2-3 to B2-3A. Gonna be a B push from Oklahoma. Saying the full college name really wears on ya. Cigarette pops ult. This is actually gonna disable both smokes. Perfectly flashes Ashton through it. Ashton gets scanned off. Evie fighting on sight. Does get one before going down. Edgewood still has control over short. Smoke starts to fade. Gallade walks into Ashton, but Blunt saves the day. Thomas gets one. Thomas gets flashed by the team. Ethan gets one. He's just already on down. Gallade made some noise. Does get one. Logan goes on the defuse for some reason. Given time for their teammate to pick up the up, seems like. Nice. 7-2. Not too bad. Not too bad. And then Oklahoma shouldn't be able to buy here. Partially. And here's the first timeout for Oklahoma. No timeouts from Edgewood yet for this map, but 2 for last, and none from Oklahoma last match. Seems like... let's see. What is Oklahoma doing wrong? I mean, I've seen Logan miss like 2 or 3 shots, which can happen. But they do have both their smokes on B site. With KO ultimate, they're the walk out and somehow didn't win. The utility on Edgewood is doing fantastic, by the way. I've seen Thomas flash multiple times, and it's gotten a flash basically every single time. He's not even using the funny one way on long. He's using just normal flashes, and it's hitting. Maybe it's utility uses that Edgewood's just doing really good on? Logan accidentally uses a satchel. Logan has already used 2 satchels before the round started. But now that the minute's over, I wonder what Oklahoma's going to do about this. Well, the first thing they're going to do is pop Benji's ult. Ethan's going to get the kill Bath. Logan will get the kill long. They're not going to shoot at the decoy. Cigarette's been spotted. Ethan's going to go for a dog close. Doesn't see anything, doesn't see anything. Sees Walter too. I don't you know that there's 2 there now. And technically speaking, Edgewood should know that all 3 are over there. That's all 3 characters' utility. They saw Walter with the Skydog. They saw Reyna's Leer. They saw KO's Flash. Ashen hears them all rotating to B site. Technically, Ashton should get close enough to be able to smoke this off. Cigarette does hide inside the TP. Thomas tries to push out. Gets a kill, but goes down with that kill. Final safe here. EV peeks and gets 1. Down to Cigarette in a 1v3 now. Last spotted TP. Edgewood should know that. Planted inside the tube. It's not very favorable, but Ashton gets the kill anyways. Good teamwork there. Good retake. I think Edgewood just might be getting there once. I saw Thomas just rush in there. And again, I didn't see what he was seeing. He just rushed in there, got a kill, and died. Called it a day, got his 1, got out. And by got out, I mean he went back to sitting back in his chair. Oh my, pretty impressive. Will be sitting, not there. Bomb is leaned towards B site, which has a Yor TP and closer to 3 players, technically. Ashen's already planted up close. Logan's going shots. Goes to regroup over there. Does miss the op shot as there's a lot of movement there. Ashen does get too long. Plant does not go off. Thomas gets a shot through. Cigarette is close. Gets the kill on the op. Picks up the op. It's a little dangerous situation here. Cigarette is stuck in a 1v2. Goes for the Vandal instead. I wonder if he knows that they can hear him. Seems like we got a Oklahoma Smokes trying to go down here. Flashes out in hookah. Ethan preparing a second flash. Prepares a second flash. Does get blind though. Ashton's just waiting there. We're all confused. It's the up. Perfect. Last round, they had a lot of money, but you know, why not? On to 2. Looks like we will be going to that 3rd map. Very interesting. And I'm not even sure if this was Edgewood's map. Edgewood has 4 ults. I didn't even notice that. They have 4 ults. Logan with the nasty collat. Does get ult as well. We got a Viper ult and a Sky ult going off. They do know it's last 1.5. Ashton goes for their Clove ultimates. Needs to get the kill. Does get 1. The blind from it works. Has 2 bullets. Okay, good thing they had the shotgun. Ethan takes the rocket to the face. Like a man. Blade sees the gigantic smoke cloud. Probably gonna opt to not have that. Does get tagged. Now drop down to 5 health. Thomas sees him. Thomas is risking it. Thomas goes down. Evie's just hiding close. I respect the push. Nice. Off the sound ping, Evie just spams and gets the kill. 10-2 is the round half. What will Edgewood do this time? It still says that somebody's using their ultimate at the top. Fortunately, I don't think Walter's in the Clo ultimate anymore. So this wall here, we'll watch it as it goes over, because I didn't explain it last week. There it goes. It clears that whole side. This effectively allows Edgewood to just clear through. I don't know why I'm still sticking up there. It allows Edgewood to just walk through here if they like. If anybody's on the outside, they need to play here to see. Although I'm not sure if it's after the little 2 walls or closer to the 2 walls, because offered a little bit more space than needed. Ball will go down. Ashen's already in hookah. Probably sees the tripwire. Benji is watching. Thomas grabs the ult orb. Does flash out. We got all players. Oh! They just decided to turn around. They were unsure. They only heard your flash and thought everybody go to B site. Thomas being a little worried here, not checking that Benji is sitting in the little cubby. Edgewood has regrouped everybody over to A site. Looks like they're going to execute. Interesting. We got a trade from Walter and Logan. TP goes off for Blunt. Plant goes down for Train. Blade peeks behind, gets 2. 1v4 here. Possible. Possible. A little less possible, actually. High hopes. High hopes. Everybody's going shopping. Everybody wants to have a ghost. Of course, of course. I don't know what we're waiting on still. Losing my focus here. That'll be 10-3. That's really good for Oklahoma because that should give them a good round boost. Although the real question is, are they going to be able to hold on to the footing that they have? Because they have to win around 9 rounds in a row. Not really in a row, but 9 rounds split between 2 round losses, if anything. They cannot afford to lose any rounds this year, essentially. We'll have the bomb set in market, just in case we're feeling different. Benji only has the share from last round. Does back up though, just off of safety. Blunt gets a kill. It's 2. Might get 3. It's 3. Is close with a shotgun. This does not bode well. Blunt is tagged heavily. Ashen does get 1 by playing it safe. Benji gets a tag off. Almost a kill. Moving over to A site. Blade does hear the footsteps of Logan. Cigarette does come up with the side team. There was a nade down to Ashton in a 1v4. Has a judge and a sheriff. The likelihood of winning this round is not really great. But they kind of just do want to run it down. Ashton gets one, Benji gets one, takes some money away while also getting some extra. 10-4. That was their buy round, and now they are lacking a little bit of funds. As long as Edgewood technically plays this correct, they should win this round, which then after that, it's going to be all rifles. Hopefully they win that one, and then so on and so forth. So I almost guarantee you, we are going into the third map. We're going into Cider. Edgewood's fanned out here. We got 2 going B long, 1 going A short. Or 1 going... No, that's A short. I'm right. And then 2 going A Beth. Not much going on from everybody except for Ethan. Grabbing orb on B site. One opts to peek, gets one on Ashton, does not get the kill on Thomas. Ashton can only now smoke on B site, which is a little unfortunate. Playing a little bit more passively, picking up the bomb, healing up Thomas for the missing health. Leaning towards A site. 400 players waiting now. Cigarette does go down. We did expect them. Throws a nade up to push Gallade out of the way. Gallade is forced to go into the little connector. Evie does know a little bit of a head angle. Oh, he hits the shot but doesn't get the kill. 3v3. 2 state players in heaven. Uses the K to clear out bench. Walter's just cruising out. Picking up the Phantom. Thomas is prepping a flash. Benji with their own. Hogan does go down. Thomas gets 1. Bates with that, but Ethan's already behind. Nice. Lost 4 Edgewood players there. Not too great, but they do just not need to lose 8 rounds in a row. The likelihood of that is very slim. So should be good. Because technically, it's a 50-50 chance. You either win or you lose. Alright. We're going to be going over to B site this time with the bomb. Drops bomb in the back for Evie. Thomas going in with the ult. Sees the tripwire on the gate. Sees Cigarette back sight. Pops out at the perfect time. Logan's nade gets blunt, surprisingly. And Edgewood will be taking B site. A little confused on where to plant the bomb, I guess, but you know, wherever he plants, good. Walter and Gallade get 2. Down to a 3v3 again. Get ults from Gallade. Not checking the corner. Thomas thankfully getting 1. Thomas getting 2. Thomas getting 4. And picking up the op. They want it. They want that operator. Honestly, that might have been the kick in the bucket. Because now, since that was Oklahoma's op, yeah, they are not doing too well in money. Alrighty. 12-4. We just gotta win this one to go next. We got Gallade hiding close to the judge. Classic shotgun never hurt. Detects 2 with null point. Ethan's just gonna be lurking up. Does make a footstep. I think Gallade's a little wary of that. Not wary enough. Did not see the gun. Ethan really needs to look over. Okay, Ethan gets 1. Spike goes down. Okay. Ashen misses the shot. Flash is close. Flash goes off. Misses the shot on Eevee. Eevee gets the trade. Ashen smoke it down kind of in the open here. Little worried about Benji pushing this because Ashen's not paying attention. Okay, Ashen gets killed. Benji's down. Down to a 1v1. Benji is using an op, but Ethan is not prepared. That was a really good round. It just kind of fell apart. We wanted to not watch specific angles. Yeah. So, State has picked up the op again. That's not too good for Edgewood. But, to avoid it, all they gotta do is not push the operator site. It's as simple as that. And it seems like Ethan is just gonna be pushing down Gallade. Which, he does get the kill on Gallade. Thomas does have bomb towards Octagon here. Gets the flash off. Op goes down. We don't even need to worry about who has op. I don't know what's really going on here. It's too much action. Logan gets a kill. Walter's in the ultimate. Walter needs to get a kill. Logan wants to aggro peek this. Okay, nope. And Eevee will get the kill on Cigarette. Woo! Map 3, map 3. 13-5. Alrighty. So, with that, it is 1-1. And what is the side map? Let's check. If they swap it over, we're gonna find out. On second thought, we're gonna be surprised. Too long, too boring. We'll see everybody back at 5.
Don't you wanna feel good, good, good? Sometimes I wish that we could go back before you got hurt, hurt, hurt. When before I was scared, now I'm feeling prepared. Don't you wanna feel good? Don't you wanna feel good, good, good? When you said you were leaving, I thought that you meant it. I played the victim, you starred as indifferent. Hindsight comes standard with rose-colored lenses. Hate to admit it, you're better off. Now you're too afraid to look, too scared to miss it. We're night and day, solar eclipses. Too afraid to look, too scared to miss it. We're night and day, solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will, though. Give up the ego. Making it feel, though. Just get it, just let it go. Just get it, just let it go. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start it again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start it again. We can start it again. We can start it.
Oh, I dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me, where you are. Oh, I dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see. Where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me. Where you are. Oh, I dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see. Where you are, though you are meant to be. Wish you're here next to me. Where you are. Oh, I dream just to be where you are, in a world I can see. Where you are. seek to fight is a world that's mine. Need a place to hide. Will you free my mind? Follow the light of a world that's blind. In your eyes I see there's a place for me.
All right. We are back for round 3. We got Logan, Thomas, Ashton, Evie, and Ethan, Bill, Blade, Cigarette, Blunt, Walter, and Benji are still here. We're on Pearl. We're on offense. We've been on offense the entire time. We love offense. Alright, so whoever wins this one will take the game. Oh, here's the different thing. So, big changes happened here. We have a huge wall. This is the first time we've played Pearl since because everybody hates Pearl. Now there's a little cubby there in case you want to get protected cover when pushing long. You got a little cubby back here. Got a spot here you can plant. You can plant right here if you'd like. That's the only stuff on B side too.
Careful.
Ashton sees 2. Ethan sees 1. Ethan's aiming at crotch level. Gets mollied out. Walter's trying to plant. Walter gets spotted. Ethan dies back sight from Benji.
Spike planted.
Spike will go down.
Cover going out.
4v5 here. One still holding the angle. Benji peeks. Logan sneaks through. Oh, takes a lot of damage. 2v2 now.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh, double kill.
Aw, at least they tried. Gun here.
Got 2 going in next round. I don't think anybody bought a sheriff though, so not too bad. 1 to 2 or 1 to 0. 1 to 2. We have gone back a couple rounds apparently then. The unusual part now is that we have Thomas that was, it's like a jack of all trades. Went from initiator to duelist to controller. Evie stuck on Viper the entire time, except first match was KJ.
Keep
Or
up.
Evie, I meant. I think I said Evie at least. Ethan's been playing flashes. Chamber. Looks like we're going to mid here. Thomas gets a shot off. Ethan misses 2, but luckily gets out in time. Thomas is the one with the outlaw. Has a bullet still in the round. Doesn't reload. Gets his kill with the second bullet.
Spike
Who
down
needs
mid.
another bullet if you can just get another 1-1? It's docked up close here.
A gift.
Places trademark close so that Benji can't push out. Benji rotates back to help the teammate. Ashton peeks blunt, adjusts, nice.
Spike down mid.
Doesn't panic, gets the kill. Benji flashes close, but Evie helps. Down to a 1v5 here. Top mid. Edgewood has bomb. Blade's gonna peek Evie. It's gonna get tagged both sides, but Thomas will get the kill.
I'm
It's a
too far.
perfect round. Now we're gonna go same 2-1-2 setup, I think. We got 2 players looking towards mid. Yeah, so we're gonna be looking through long here.
That works.
Ethan's playing aggressive here. Gets one, TP's out.
There they are.
Okay, okay. Peeking. Ethan does not get a shot off, although I'm not sure it would have helped her. Ashton's gonna dash back out to safety. Glade's gonna be pushed up. Ashton will see him. Smoke seem they're having a fight. Ashton's gonna be holding on sight. Moves at all, take damage. Ashton's gonna be flicking over a little bit. Not too great. Still have wall to go up. We should pop up wall here. Pops up wall, but immediately gets shut down. Smoke thrown over to B site to help out. Not gonna get anything with that though. Thomas does get a good smoke off.
Spike planted.
So far, Edgewood only has 1 kill. Technically, they shouldn't be winning this round anyways, because they have worse guns, but the kills here are good. Cigarette saw Logan, actually.
Last player standing.
Logan's just gonna keep on moving through. Gets a 2nd kill. Shouldn't have been allowed to do that, but did it anyways. 2-1. Edgewood took off 2 guns from State there, which is good. Got some comms from Edgewood, apparently. I'm mostly not speaking here because there's not much to speak about. I mean, Ashton's over on B side. We got 2 players mid. Technically, Evie's watching 3rd mid, but not much there. They're gonna be pushing through A with Spike. Full 5 push. The ones will go down. Recon will be in back sight. It will show that there's basically nobody there. Flash will go down. Logan does not have anything up. Wall's tripped. Benji's already out. Nothing really helped from Logan there. Thomas was one. Good shot. Ashton's opping. Knows that there's multiple in main. Misses the op shot. Not good. Walter gets tagged. Also not good. They know Ethan's here. He gets 1. Doesn't get 2. They're gonna try to go for op, I bet. No, they don't want op. 2-2.
See what they have planned for us this time.
We got 3 over on B side, 1 mid, 1 A. Looks like Edgewood's call is correct here too, because we have a full 5-stack push to B site, B ramp. Playing a little aggressive here. Flashed out. He gets 1, TP's out, misses the 2nd. Not too bad, not too bad.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Benji's gonna ult in. Wall's gonna go down soon. Ethan knows one's there. Sees 2 though. Doesn't get anything else off of that. I'm not sure why I'm watching Thomas, who's all the way over on A side, but we have 3 Edgewood players sitting in connector here.
Spike planted.
Spike goes down close. Benji will be playing back halls. Oh, he'll be playing on the bomb. Gets a kill with that. Benji keeps peeking. Gets a kill. Logan dies. Walter gets another kill. Benji gets another, and that'll be 2-3.
MVP is mine. Let's do this.
They'll have 4 players go into the next round while only losing their chamber. Speaking of chamber, we're gonna have Ethan getting ultimate up and online already. Looks like we're gonna have another B push here. Ethan's playing aggressive again, probably because he has op online. Well, he get pinged by the drone too. TP out. Blade will get a kill mid on Evie. Ethan will get a kill on Cigarette. No more recon. This is the swing from Walter. Recovers, gets the kill. Blunt will get the kill on Ashton. Walter ults up. Walter gets killed twice. Didn't have enough of the up apparently. Logan hears a lot of people rotating over. Get through spawn. Thomas goes for the bait, actually.
Attacker spawn.
Benji's moving back towards B. Logan's not peeking. Wait for teammate to group up. Logan's really not taking any peeks here. As a phantom, should have peeked and grabbed one. They knows they're on site. Can't use TP, otherwise it's dead. This is the shot. Gets one. Okay. Down to a 1v1 now. Delay is already looking for flank. Okay. Logan makes a miss. Just has to play time. He just has to play time.
10 seconds left.
And loses. I'm not gonna lie, I am equally as disappointed in that one. Yeah, not one, not two, but 3 chances to peek inside of T-spawn, and didn't take any of the 3 to get a free kill. Oh. That one's heartbreaking. That one's heartbreaking.
Now we wait. Launching sword.
Alright, back to the gameplay at hand. 2-4. Another B push.
You want to play? Let's play.
We're getting aggressive here. Blunt's already opping. Blunt goes down. Ashton gets 2.
Spike down.
Almost gets 3rd. Benji flashes. He's able to get Ashton to back off. Ethan TP's away. He got flashed. Blade is moving up on Thomas here. Very quiet. Thomas is actually gonna get killed here.
Teleport's ready.
Moving up closer. Logan's set up the edge of waterfall. Delay actually pushes through. Knows. The Spectre holds good. Wall gets tripped on A side. They know that A. Benji can't even get through. It's just a 1v1. Never mind. Wall goes down. But Viper Wall is still up for A main. Random Benji still has a flash.
Watch your eyes.
Already uses off rip. Same with recon. Wall goes up.
Standing ahead.
Dart goes down. Logan shoots it. No value there. Evie's already sitting on spike. Gets it to half. Dies. Logan goes through. Gets the kills. Okay. Three to 4. Not too bad. Why does this color variant look goofy? A little odd. Alright, 3-4. That's what the scoreboard's looking like. Walter got a buy, because definitely didn't have enough money before. Logan's placing the wall, trying to find a good angle.
No good. Now we wait.
Finds a not too bad wall angle.
Rip and tear.
Unfortunately, we have Thomas cutting in the corner here. Wall's gonna be falling soon.
It's over.
Kisses Glade on the forehead. Logan gets the kill on Benji's ultimate.
Spike planted.
Flank wall goes up. Benji's prepping flash. Dry peeks. Ashen smokes off. Oof. This fight's not doing too good here. Evie's trying to push out with Logan, and the pinch is just too nasty.
You man ready for a light show?
3 and 5. Edgewood cannot buy, I think. Yep, they're down 3 players in money. Unless they buy Bulldog. They're not gonna go for Bulldog. They're gonna go for a little save here with an Ethan with a hero gun. Or not. Yep, we're not going hero. Got it. Oklahoma State opting for the smarter push, going B for the longer angles, just so pistols won't work as much. Benji flash close. Wall will do wonders. They know Walter's close. Ashen kind of went back. Heavy tag. Glade's gonna go for an ultimate here. Glade will go down, but the ult won't matter as Edgewood kind of already has only pistols.
Spike planted.
That was just a lack of knowledge, I guess. Logan get 1. Logan get 2. Maybe 3. Nope. Benji will, not Benji. Blunt will teleport out. They know that they're in the smoke. Smoke down. Logan pushes through. Doesn't get anything. Blunt. It's bomb to half. Both State players are low. Looks away. Gets the kill. Okay. He can recover. He can recover. Bomb's half. Hello? Okay.
Forget your place.
Thomas with the clutch. Good work. Good work. I guess, Cigarette thought they had more time. Maybe Bomb was at half. Whew. Oh, he yawned so much. Definitely think he had more time, but it looks like the team didn't call out that the bomb was halved. Maybe called out a little too late. That's why you saw some urgency in the last part.
Shadows traveling.
A mid-door smoke goes off. Or top mid, I'm pretty sure. Ethan will be opping over on B site. Not sure if he will get a kill, but the op will get a shot off and notify that they're there. Evie's not going to be doing too well.
Not enough fuel.
As the fuel's down. Kinda working off anything that they have. Glade will go and get the kill. Spike will go down.
Spike planted.
Both B players will go down. 4v3. Edgewood has the advantage. But Edgewood needs to hurry. Thomas actually sticks the TP. Util on site. Teleports. Kind of a risky move. Does not know Walter's stuck. Tom will be halved. Thomas get 1. Logan's not looking. They just let Walter walk out.
Don't get back up, sweetheart.
4-6. Honestly, a little confused why we're not looking in the direction of our teammate getting killed, but whatever works. Should have halved the bomb. Called it a day. Still is able to win. Still possible. We got Blunt rocking the up.
That's not ready.
Oddly enough, we don't have Viper sitting on a site, so Viper ult's gonna be hard to use. Unless you use it for retake. Ethan goes back site. Ethan does not get one, unfortunately. And Ethan hero bot, so that's the only rifle down.
Spike planted.
Ashton's dash goes to waste. But at least he didn't dash out into plain sight.
Careful.
I'm slowly moving over. Flash getting prepped for hauls. Rose goes down. Benji preps flash of their own. Gets blinded. Flashes just in case. Gets close. Has a phantom. Doesn't get to use it though. Ashton gets one. Benji gets another. Panic is starting to settle in. Blunt gets one with the op. Thomas kind of stuck it out in the open. Gets peeked from 2. Luckily it wasn't 3 angles, so.
Last round.
4 to 7. Edgewood is going to call a timeout on the last round of the half. I'm not too sure about that. Might have needed to call it a couple of rounds early. What has Edgewood been doing wrong? So, they begin their picks. It's been kind of even. It is 4 to 7. It's not too bad. We're not lacking out by a lot. But the lurks have gotten pretty tragic from state because we're getting a lot of value. We're not expecting somebody to lurk half the time. We also don't really have agent to detect for lurks, to lock down areas just so that they can't lurk up too far. There's that. I mean, the buys are kind of a little odd. We're missing shots. That's pretty much it. If the op shots hit, we'd be getting one every single time at least. Calling it a day. Just if getting one would be great there, but they're not even pushing the correct sites, and then we're letting somebody hold site by themselves. I know it's the general how Edgewood team works. I've seen it before. It's worked before. Just not working now. Recon dart does hit Ethan. I'm not sure why Ethan lets it happen, but maybe it's just to readjust. I mean, the drone also gives way more info. By that I mean, like, it kind of screams it's flying at you. Flash goes down. Wall goes down as well. TP goes off. Benji preps flash. Is gonna flash through here soon. Flash hits Thomas. Fades away. Thomas gets one. Almost gets 2. Heavy damage on Clove. Clove goes down. Walter pops ultimates. Fortunately, Walter needs to find somebody to kill. Pushing aggressively. Does get a kill. No trade out from Logan. Oh my goodness. Sees him. Doesn't see it. Benji. Let's get peek. Not Benji. Keep mixing up Benji and Blunt.
You want to play?
Gets the kill.
Switching sides.
That'll be 4 to 8. We're gonna hope this is more offensive sided, because otherwise Edgewood is not in a good spot. We kind of lost the mid control halfway into the first half, which that mid control does work a lot. We had both Thomas and Evie holding it. Maybe they figured out it's just time to push through a site.
Now we wait.
Maybe that's why they figured out it worked. Gonna see what happens here now. 4 to 8.
You get what you fight
This
for.
round started. We got some util here and there. Let's see how this goes. We got a 3 stack towards B site. 3-1-1 setup for Oklahoma. 3B, 1 mid, 1 A. Presence already being shown. The wall's close, so Ash is going to be putting himself in a 1v3 situation. Gets punished severely for that, which is what should happen. End of 4v5 already. Logan's already lurking up into art. Edgewood's just gotta wait for Logan to do some work here. If this happens correctly, then it should be able to get a free pick. Blade just takes a peek behind, just to see if anybody's there. Does not spot anybody. Question is, will Logan find Glade or no? No.
Spike's down.
Thomas pushed out now.
Spike down B.
Logan gets one.
Last
Almost
player
gets two.
standing.
Heavy damage.
30 seconds left.
He should really calm to his teammate that Walter's low. Just run with him classic. Blunt's gonna peek. They're not gonna notice each other for a little bit. Walter's gonna peek over the wall, probably. Yep. And get a backstab. What a 9. Technically, it should be 4-10 after this round due to Fate having better weapons. I don't know. Not looking good for Edgewood. This might be their first map loss of the season. Benji using an outlaw close. Since Edgewood does not have any shield, this is going to be a devastating outlaw play. Does blind Benji. Backs up. Uses wall. Thomas goes down. Ashen goes down. Missed some deagle shots, but still got the kill in the end.
Spike down A.
Unfortunately, Edgewood pushed too fast, and now Logan is stuck by himself. Logan hears Blunt close, takes away TP. I think, who was that? Who was that? I think Galade's still stuck in the old update where if you flash, you get info, but it's not how it works anymore. 40 seconds left on the clock. We got Logan going to be fighting Blunt here in art. Recon Dart will go off into main.
30 seconds left.
Dart won't see anything. They're probably thinking the exact same thing I am. Who would save on an eco round? Glade flashes through. Doesn't hear anything because that's not how it works anymore, but Glade still gets the kill. Orton. Ah, I almost spit out the water. Another timeout. The synchronization between the team is not too well. They are off the clock. Is there anything to fix it? Do have to synchronize together. They do have to punish off a util. They're kind of just walking in. I really haven't seen any flashes that happen. Then again, they don't really have flashes now that I think about it. They have Omen Blind and Vise Rose. That's it. I might have figured out the reason why Edgewood's not doing too well. And again, flashes aren't really that good if you don't profit off of them. I guess Benji's just doing the work. Pushing in, getting the kills. Still positive though. Alright, Edgewood to win this game needs to win basically 8 rounds in a row. 9 if you are counting the win fully, but we're gonna see how this goes. Walter's on a higher angle. Ashen shoots dart. Blunt's gonna get a pick. Blunt's gonna get 2 picks.
Spike down mid.
Not much there. Gonna be pushing Glade here. Glade's gonna probably get contact. I thought Walter might have swung off. Blade actually goes down. I was about to swap to their point of view. Ashen gets a kill on B. Edgewood's still making their rounds though. They're actually rotating back through Art. That make Ethan take away their own TP. Ashen does get shut down. Planting bomb on A site. That calls the attention of the rest of the state players. We got a 2v3 here.
I'm too far.
Both teams have a controller still up. Will they do anything with it though? Evie put the wall, the split site. Benji still flanking. Evie peeks, does not get the kill. Evie gets one, almost recovers and get two. Four to 11. We got 2 more rounds. Assuming State wins both rounds. But with Edgewood's eco, I'm kind of leaning towards that. They're also going to grab an operator too, so that's kind of more just a kick of sand in the face. Because 2 Edgewood players are going to be heading towards it. Oh, no, they sold it. Kind of surprised they wouldn't. Dart goes all the way in the back, scans the backside. Ashen doesn't let it go off. Doesn't get the kill on Ashen. Taps away. Almost got a kill there. Logan gets a kill actually in A main. Apply some pressure to Benji over there. Ashen pops the wall, but doesn't get on the right side. All Edgewood players are starting to converge on A side here. Benji sees Logan, flashes to the left side. No flash value, throws a Molly down. Passes over, that's some free chip damage though. Evie's still sitting in arts. Ethan kind of fumbles the bag there. Thomas gets the kill. Thomas TP's out on the site. Gets the TP down. Walter pushes. Walter's pushing. Gets the kill, unfortunately. Taps the spike just to make sure the util goes down. Evie peeks from Art, the unexpected angle, because there's no state players clearing Art. Evie shoots down the dart. I'm not really too worried from Evie's angle. Galade's watching it. 1v3 here. Galade's not in a good spot. Ashen gets the shot off. That's a really valuable win for Edgewood. That was an eco round. Five to 11. We got decent money here.
Now we wait. Right then, let's go kill them.
Let's see.
Flash placed.
Flash is set for control or mid connector.
Flashing.
No sound being made. Slow push here.
Careful.
Ethan's already in. Ashen knows about the wall. Taps it this time. That'll call for Galade to activate the thorns. Evie would be caught out in Art. Heavy damage dealt though.
Here.
Logan will get a trade on Blunt. Not a trade, but a kill. Down to 4v4 now. Benjin's looking. Starting to move towards A, it looks like again. Same thing as last round. Galade might be finding Ethan here. Galade is going to be finding the back of Ethan's head.
No charges left.
Logan looks away perfectly, but nothing there. Thomas gets the Vandal taken down.
Spike down.
Now it's just left to Ashton down in main. Benji's gonna be pushing this even though he has low health. Finally figures out that he doesn't have any health and backs off.
10 seconds left.
Like Ashton's gonna be saving here for the final round. Yep. Take this to the next round. 5-12.
Match point.
As the
Just
funny
let them
PA lady
try
said,
and
match
catch
point.
me.
For Edgewood to win, they need to win 7 rounds in a row. And that's only putting it into overtime. After that, they need to win 2 rounds in a row. So, with what we got here, not doing too well. The likelihood of this happening, a little interesting. Benji's gonna use the Phoenix ult to actually clear mid.
You want to play? Let's
Also,
play.
it's gonna use it to trip the wall, or trip the trademark. Ashton dashed over site already by himself. Like we're gonna be looking to rotate, maybe. Shoots down the rows. Now we're trying to backtrack here. Seems like we got some pings on the map that are showing that Edgewood is aware of a mid push. One's gonna be peeking here. Thomas gets the kill. Nice, nice. Still walking in the spawn, which is not too far-fetched. As now Benji now knows that they're going towards A.
30 seconds
We
left.
got some pings on the map from state that they are looking towards A. We do not have Omen ult up and active, so they cannot back out of this A push now. Logan's going to be lurking on B site still, but they need to put the spurs to this. We got Benji flanking Ethan here. Evie gets one. Walter just rushes out, peeks. We are not hearing the footsteps of Benji behind us. We are completely ignoring those loud footsteps.
Flash placed.
Logan now knows the dangers of the situation and kind of flashes himself.
Defenders.
We forgot to press right click. 5-13. It was kind of tragic. This is Edgewood's actually first loss of the season. So that'll make them 5-1, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe that's the last match of the night. Right? I don't know. Nobody talks in this game. Nobody puts messages. We got one message. 2. I think they are calling it GG's. So that would be a Northwestern Oklahoma State win. Edgewood's win-loss ratio is now 5-1. Get that stain of the 1 loss. It's tragic. That's tragic. Seems like they were ready from the second match. The first match didn't go too well. It's just that third match kind of kicked it in the bucket. Could have been better. Could have been better. But with that said, that's all we have for you today. I'm going to leave that party because I don't need to be in there anymore. That's all we have. Normally, as usual, we have another Valorant match next week for next week, Tuesday at around 7 again. Hopefully no tech issues like last week, so I'll put it back to 7:30, but I'm going to keep it at 7. And I'm not sure who that's going to be up against. We'll figure out next week as usual. Funny little surprise. And I don't know. Other Edgewood activities that happened this week. We got Fortnite Battle Royale Trios on Thursday. I'm not too sure if it's in the new season, to be honest, but that'd be fun to watch. I'm kind of tempted to watch it myself. And we got Madden also playing on Thursday, if I'm not wrong. It should be on the YouTube. On the tube. So, yeah. They'll be both at 7 p.m. CST. Otherwise, there's quick recap. We got Thursday, Fortnite Battle Royale Trios, and Madden at 7 p.m. I believe Madden's on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. And we got Valorant on next week, Tuesday, also at 7. Again, as long as the team doesn't forfeit, which hasn't been too common this season. So, with that all said, before I start dragging out longer like I usually do, we will see you all next week, and yeah, we'll see you then. Stay warm.
Moment, all it takes is a moment. Is it fate that you came this far unbroken? If it's destiny